Now on CoastTV News.
We're starting our Tuesday chilly with some clouds moving through this morning. A series of cold fronts will bring up and down temperatures in the next few days, with rain expected on Friday. Details coming up.
Speedway sparks debate. How the one near Seaford is asking to make official what has been apparently been doing for years.
I see too many people flying by, going down this one way, and it's just absolutely ridiculous.
How the concern of that man is leading to changes on a busy intersection in Milford.
Lewes looks at higher fees. We break down where the city is considering increases as it prepares its new budget.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And it is Tuesday, January 28th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us for our 5 o'clock hour.
Each day we see less and less of snow on the ground.
I was outside after work yesterday. The sun, I think everyone was just happier. They looked happier because the sun was out.
Just
it was
a happy Monday.
It was a happy Monday. Well, we're going to bring in Bob right now, which hopefully Bob has good news for us about the weather. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Delmarva. Yeah, that snow is melting off pretty quickly lately with mild temperatures, but it's a chilly start to the day this morning. We're in the 30s, 37 in Georgetown, Redden 33, Delmar 37, Ocean City 39, 38 in Bethany Beach. The winds are light, but they're coming out of the west, so it feels like temperatures may be a little lower than the actual temperatures, but not too tough to take. Just make sure you bundle up. We are seeing some clouds moving through Delmarva right now. Nothing in the way of precipitation with these clouds just shooting on through. Then we'll see sunshine. We've got a cold front moving through southeast Canada right now. That will drop in later today and shift our winds. It will be a breezy day and a cooler day too. Here's Futurecast this morning. We're in the 30s. We have those clouds moving through. Then I think we'll clear out mid-morning. We're into the upper 30s at that time. And then the breezes kick in by noon. You can see the green arrows indicating the strong breezes, temperatures in the low 40s. And then mid-40s probably around the 2 o'clock hour, 45 in Selbyville, with a few more clouds in Milton, 41, and Delmar 45, and pretty cool as we go into the evening hours, and breezy as well. We'll see those gusty westerly winds gusting up to 30 miles per hour with highs into the upper 40s today. Up and down temperatures in the next few days. Much more in your forecast coming up a little bit later on.
All right, thanks, Bob. New this morning, a dirt track in western Sussex County attempting to get approval for the type of racing that's been occurring there for years. Today, a public hearing during the Sussex County Council meeting is scheduled for the Middleford Speedway near Seaford. Speedway's owner is looking for a permit for full permission to race what are known as four-cycle trucks. But according to public records, that track was warned about racing four-cycle trucks in a letter dated in 2010. 2 months ago, a request that basically confirmed many of the Speedway's existing operating policies was approved by the Planning and Zoning Committee.
Happening today, taxes and fees could be going up in Lewes as officials are working on the fiscal year 2026 budget. Some of the increases being considered are a 20% rate for real estate tax and raising the fees for bonfires, weddings, and park events. The Finance Committee could vote on the draft budget at this morning's meeting.
City's also considering changing its paid parking fees. There is a proposal to create a permit parking system for non-metered streets near Lewes Beach like we're seeing here. This would be a $100 fee per season for locals, $250 for visitors, and if approved, the permit parking system would be put in place for summer 2026.
Happening today, Delaware Governor Matt Meyer is expected to sign a new executive order that he claims will help improve the ability to get food in the state. However, it is not an order that takes immediate action. Instead, it is more bureaucratic in nature by bringing back the Delaware Council on Farm and Food Policy. According to Meyer, the council is supposed to help improve the efficiency of Delaware's food distribution system, and the signing is scheduled for today at 11 a.m. at the governor's office in Legislation Hall. And new this morning, nominations and a possible vote to fill one town council seat in Fenwick Island. According to the town, members are mourning the loss of one of Richard Ben, who passed away in November from surgery complications. Town officials will meet Friday at 1 p.m.
We have an update on a story that we've been covering. It's about the Dairy Queen proposed for Milton, and tonight a public hearing will be held at the Board of Adjustment meeting. Dairy Queen is looking for a signage variance of over 175 square feet more than what is allowed for its site on Broadkill Road. It was last month that the McDonald's in that area opened, and there are also plans for a Dunkin' Donuts.
When you drive down Coastal Highway, you can expect to see roads packed with cars and cars in pretty much every lane. but one spot on Route 1 in Lewes is known for being especially busy. But if this is something that concerns you, there are plans to make this area a little less hectic. DelDOT met on Monday to discuss updates for Phase 2 of the study. And when CoastTV spoke with someone in Lewes, they told us they will take any detour necessary to stay away from that intersection.
It's easier to return by going out to the highway and going north, making the loop and coming back down south to avoid the traffic on West Coast Road.
And there are no set completion dates for these projects, but DelDOT told CoastTV community input is critical throughout this process.
Got a heads up for drivers on Delaware Route 1 in the Milford area, specifically at the intersection of North Washington Street and Park Avenue. Currently, there's just one stop sign. That will soon change to a three-way stop. The police department says the area has been hard to navigate for years due to the surrounding buildings, and they even did a traffic study about this.
Definitely need it, because living and working right here, this building, I see too many people flying by, going down this one way, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. It's like, and people have already been stopping at the sign. It's not even unwrapped yet, and people are already stopping. I'm like, I thoroughly enjoyed this. It brings comfort.
Yeah, three-way stop officially goes into effect on February 3rd.
On your screen right now is where lane closures will take place on Route 1 between exit 79 and exit 83. That closure starts today and will last until February 5th. That closure will run from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And during this time, a 45-mile-per-hour speed limit will take place in the work zone. And the reason for this closure is for the construction of the next phase of a pipe replacement project. We're
now taking a live look at the White House in Washington. President Trump arrived there last night following a meeting in Florida with congressional Republicans. It was on the same day as acting attorney general fired several prosecutors who worked for the Biden administration on cases against Trump.
As NBC's Alice Barr shows us, ICE and other federal law enforcement continue to carry out raids against illegal immigrants who committed violent crimes in the U.S.
President Trump further testing the power of the pen with new executive orders and directives, including an internal memo the White House Office of Management and Budget sent overnight, ordering federal agencies to freeze federal aid starting at 5 o'clock tonight. Quote, including but not limited to financial assistance for foreign aid, non-governmental organizations, DEI, woke gender ideology, and the Green New Deal, calling it a temporary pause to determine the best use of funding. Top Democrats responding, expressing, quote, extreme alarm about the administration's efforts to undermine Congress's power of the purse, threaten our national security, and deny resources for states, localities, American families, and businesses. President Trump celebrated his rapid-fire executive actions at a House Republican retreat at his Miami golf club.
My administration has been moving with urgency and historic speed.
One new batch of executive orders directed at the military could force out openly transgender troops. It ends the use of, quote, invented and identification-based pronouns and prohibits males from sharing sleeping, changing, or bathing facilities for females. The president also reinstating service members terminated over vaccine mandates and ordering the creation of a missile defense shield dubbed an American Iron Dome, while at the same time touting stepped-up immigration enforcement and floating the idea of sending U.S. citizens who are repeat criminal offenders to prison in foreign countries.
We're going to get approval, hopefully, to get them the hell out of our country.
The president calling it a cost-saving measure. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
We're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News today.
Yeah, coming up, healthy habits how-to, making those New Year's resolutions stick all 12 months.
Also, website to wake up speeders. We'll tell you what one Milton local says led to creating a website highlighting dangerous speeding in his neighborhood.
And Whole Foods forms union, the debate between company and employees that led to this change. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
At Delaware Electric Cooperative, keeping the lights on is a team effort, and our team broke a reliability record in 2024. Members experienced a nearly 20% drop in outages, and our crews have never restored power faster. Our success is a result of dedicated engineers, careful planning, tree trimming, and the use of advanced technology that can self-heal power lines and equipment. And not only has co-op power never been more reliable, it's also the most affordable in the state of Delaware.
Taylor Swift entering the professional football world was massive.
It's been a perfect storm.
Viewership is money.
It instantly created this sense of FOMO for everyone.
The Swift Effect, Episode 2, The Swift Effect on the NFL. This Saturday at noon on CoastTV. Sponsored locally on CoastTV by Pohanka Kia. Come experience the Pohanka difference.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
The Polar Bear Plunge, benefiting Special Olympics Delaware, is one of the first state's coldest and most beloved traditions. This year, you have 2 exciting ways to take part. Plunge in person in Rehoboth Beach on Sunday, February 2nd, or create your own virtual plunge. Anytime, anywhere, and as cold or not as you want. It's not about how you plunge, it's about why. Support thousands of Special Olympics Delaware athletes. Register now at plungede.org.
DSN Plus is more action. 4 additional live stream games every weeknight and full replays on demand. DSN Plus is more local. 5 live games every weeknight, showcasing high school showdowns and regional rivalries across Delmarva. DSN Plus is more access. Watch on your mobile devices and smart TVs. And remember, DSN is still free over the air and on cable. But get more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
5:11 on our Tuesday morning. Here's a live look at Dover on the Bay Health Cam. We're seeing a lot more of that snow melting, and we'll be melting more of that snow today. And look at these temperatures right now, above freezing, already melting the snow. 37 Delmar, 38 Bethany Beach, 37 in Georgetown, Milton 37. Winds are light from the west right now, so it feels like temperatures a little cooler than the actual temperatures into the low 30s. Today's checklist, you need the ice scraper this morning. I think if you're out of the wind and you're down near freezing, hats and gloves for sure, coat, hoodie, sweater, that's necessary. So is a warm beverage, and make sure you have your sunglasses too.
Bob, if you live in Milton, listen up. The voter registration deadline for the 2025 municipal election is Thursday, January 30th. You must register at Town Hall Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. But there are requirements. You must be a U.S. citizen who is 18 years or older, lived in Milton for at least 30 days. And for more information, you can go to milton.delaware.gov.
Food Bank of Delaware is kicking off its 3rd annual Super Bowl food drive. From now until Super Bowl Sunday, you can help tackle hunger by donating canned soup. All donations benefit those in need at the Food Bank's Newark and Milford pantries, and you can drop off donations at collection boxes or even collect soup at your own Super Bowl party. The goal here is 2,025 pounds of soup by February 17th.
Whole Foods just got its first union. Workers at the store in Philadelphia's Center City neighborhood voted to join the United Food and Commercial Workers. The union says the workers wanted better compensation and working conditions. Whole Foods claims it already offers competitive wages, great benefits, and career advancement.
Girl Scout cookie sales happening all over the country, and Wendy's is partnering on a new dessert item for a limited time only. Thin Mints Frosty available. Wendy's says its newest Frosty flavor is going to debut in restaurants nationwide next month. That sounds good, Elisa.
It does. Well, still ahead, website to Wake Up Speeding will tell you how one local hopes his website curbs speeding in his area.
And we're taking a live look now at the Salisbury cam. Spicer Brothers camera in Salisbury, 36 right now as we're melting some more snow. We'll see a series of cold fronts move through the next few days, meaning up and down temperatures with a better chance of rain for Friday. I'll track it on Futurecast coming up in 2 minutes.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
With death, you've got to have a plan.
I don't need one. I'm going to be around forever.
I would love for you to be my executor.
I'd be happy to.
Yes. Oh, it's all here and ready to rock.
So the new plan is to die before Joyce.
St. Denis Medical, new tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Showman's brewing. Feel the electricity?
When everyone finds out, they're going to want to get us out.
I'm coming for them. And I have decided to... Oh! You'll find out at Temple.
Deal or No Deal Island, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Do you have stains in your carpet that won't come out? You need Horsepower Bullshot, the all-new hands-free carpet cleaner and deodorizer. Just spray, and the stain and odor go away. Got pet messes? This black light shows a urine stain is gone in just seconds. The advanced foam action formula penetrates deep to emulsify and neutralize stains and odors. It erases blood stains, makeup, juice, coffee, and more. For older and tougher stains, just give it a little rub and watch as Bullshot works its magic. Red wine spills? They're no problem for Bullshot. And watch up close as burnt bacon grease stains are obliterated right before your very eyes. Get Horsepower Bullshot for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get yours. And there's a strict limit of 3 at this low price. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com. So call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com now.
What I love most about living on Delmarva has to be the agriculture. Being here, I think I just have a greater appreciation for the land that I live on, seeing, driving through cornfields, seeing farmers. I just have a greater appreciation for it. Even seeing, like farm equipment driving on the highway. I just feel more connected to the food I'm eating and where I'm living.
Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
Time is 5:16, and we're getting a live look at the quiet streets of Dover on this Tuesday morning. And Bob, you've been tracking a big swing in temperatures.
Yeah, Matt, we're looking at up and down temperatures the next few days as we continue to melt a lot of that snow. So it's in the storyline for today. We're looking at breezy and cooler conditions. We'll have a front dropping in later today. That's going to keep us in the 40s. And then Wednesday, we're making a run at the 50s as we'll see a warm front lifting through, and then another cold front comes in to cool us off after that. We're in the 30s right now. We're above freezing, 37 in Milton, 37 Georgetown, Bethany Beach, 38, and Rehoboth at 38. Winds are coming in out of the west, not especially strong, so it feels like temperatures similar to the actual temperatures, as we do have some clouds rolling through right now. Nothing in the way of precipitation with these clouds, and then once they move through, I think we're looking at a mostly sunny day as we have a cold front that is now moving into upstate New York. It's got snow with it. That could bring some flurries into the Poconos, but that will drop in later on today, cooling us off as we go into the afternoon and evening. So futurecast this morning, here's 6 o'clock. We're above freezing, so we're melting that snow, still warming through the 30s mid-morning, and then by noon, the winds pick up out of the west, and it's cooler today. We're only in the low to mid-40s for highs into the afternoon, 45 in Berlin, 42 in Millsboro, and could see some clouds from time to time. Then we're dropping back into the 30s tonight, but then a warm front lifts through, switches our winds to the southwest. We'll be warming through the 30s. Then we're off to the races with the temperatures tomorrow. By afternoon, I think we're into the mid-50s for most of us, and we'll see another cold front coming in, cooling us off after that. We're seeing gusty westerly winds today up to about 30 miles per hour. Then they shift to the southwest tonight, and they're still pretty gusty. And then we're seeing gusty winds again as we go into your Wednesday, up to about 30 miles per hour. Looks like our next chance of rain comes in on Friday. That continues into Friday night, and then we do start to dry it out on Saturday. And down the road, 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, normal to about above normal for us as we go through time. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. You can see the up and down characteristics of our temperatures. 47 today, 55 Wednesday, 44 Thursday, then that rain on Friday, 56, a cooler weekend with 40s. Groundhog Day looking like 47, then Monday, 56. Congratulations to Tammy Keller from Georgetown. She is our umbrella winner today, courtesy of Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Thank you, Bob. In Milton, the town has made a number of recent moves to limit drivers' ability to speed in its streets, most notably the placement of four-way stop signs. Despite that, one couple's attempting to be part of this effort. They installed cameras near Atlantic Avenue that link to a website called MiltonSpeeders.com. Joel DeMont says his love for historic Milton is part of what drove him to create this website. He says he exhausted every possible option before taking this step. DeMont says a recent loss was his breaking point.
I guess it was about a month ago. We came out and our kitten had gotten out. I've got 2 teenage girls. You know how that goes with leaving the door open. The cat got out. And the next morning we found her with her head smashed in right here. And that pretty much was it for me.
DeMont is now asking for assistance from the town council for his website.
It's worth noting this home is near a spot in Milton where police often patrol, and according to DeMont, he brought speeding concerns to police and hope more happens this week.
And on the same block is a new four-way stop installed in part to slow drivers down and make it safer. This went into effect in October. It was just a two-way stop for years. This does bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what motivates drivers to slow down.
So far, 74% say hefty fines, 23% say road design, and 3% say community pressure. And if you haven't voted yet, please do so on CoastTV.com or on our mobile app.
And more to come on Coast TV News today. Healthy habits, how to. We'll tell you how long experts say it takes to ingrain a new habit into your life. Don't go anywhere.
Is your cookware scratched inside and an eyesore on the outside? Introducing Gotham Steel Hammered Cream Cookware. Forged with an authentic hammered design, engineered with extremely strong titanium and tri-coated with ultra non-stick ceramic. Gotham Steel features double the non-stick release. Now you can cook healthier without all the butter or oil. Get this huge 15-piece set for 4 payments of $49.99 with free shipping.
To order, call 1-800-513-6408.
How are you there?
I'm good, Eric.
Looking up your prescription?
Yes.
It matters when you're looking for savings. Looks like we can save you money. There you go.
Thanks so much, Eric. I really appreciate you.
Where you get your medicine matters.
Who wants to drag out a bulky vacuum? Introducing Horsepower Duck, a super compact vac with ultra-powerful suction. Clean up that mess in the kitchen, the spill on the sofa, even sawdust in the workshop. Just duck it up. The compact design can reach the tightest places, so store it in any drawer where it's always at your fingertips. You can even store it in your glove box for the ultimate car vac. The HEPA filter helps remove dust and allergens. Plus, it dumps out with ease, so it's ready to clean again. Get the Horsepower Duck hand vac for just $39.99. Order right now and we'll upgrade you to the Duck Pro package, a $30 value, yours free. You get the bendable tube, the crevice nozzle, and the soft brush nozzle, but supplies are limited, so there's a strict limit of 3 ducks per order. This may be your last chance to get yours at this low price, so don't delay. Duck it up today.
Call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckback.com. So call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckback.com now.
Introducing Paisano, the authentic pizza oven by Granite Stone. Now make the world's most delicious pizza with real stone right in your own home. You simply set it and let it make golden, crispy, extra cheesy stone-baked pies in under 6 minutes. You can get your Paisano pizza oven for just 3 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free.
Call 1-800-608-5198 or order online at buypaisano.com.
Draper Media, an equal opportunity employer, is dedicated to provide broad outreach regarding job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Organizations that wish to receive our vacancy information should email humanresources@wboc.com.
In Ocean City, the Maryland Coastal Bays Program announced its terrapin nesting sanctuary at Northside Park is going to be removed. The sanctuary was meant to provide a space for the terrapins to nest, but officials say the site's become too difficult to manage. Vegetation growth on the marsh side has blocked turtle access, and get this, bee burrows in the sand, that makes it unsafe for volunteers to maintain the area.
The National Institute of Health can now resume purchasing supplies from internal research with current vendors. Purchasing was put on hold last week after the Trump administration placed a moratorium on the release of public communication. That pause kept scientists from buying supplies like test tubes and food for lab animals.
Well, here's something I and probably many of you are familiar with. A study suggests forming healthy new habits takes a lot longer than you think. According to research from the University of South Australia, new habits typically take around 2 months to ingrain and can take as long as a year to stick. More research is needed to find out how successful people were in sustaining new habits.
If you have some Kirkland Signature smoked salmon in your refrigerator, do not eat it. The Food and Drug Administration has classified the listeria-tainted product as a Class 1 recall. Officials say people who are exposed to this fish are likely suffering from serious health problems, and the FDA has not related illnesses have been reported.
And we are joined again by First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey. I heard him say a moment ago, expecting some sun later today on the coast.
Sun is good news.
Sun is good news, and we're going to continue to melt the snow, and it's going to be breezy at the beaches, so keep that in mind. Maybe wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Ocean City and Fenwick Island starting out in the upper 30s, but I think we wind up in the mid-40s. We'll see waves of 2 to 4 feet, and watch for those gusty winds. Small craft advisory goes into effect later today. Lewes and Rehoboth is starting out in the 30s, but then we're warming into the 40s for you. On the Bayside, 1 to 2 foot waves. Cambridge, I think you're topping out in the mid-40s, and similar conditions in Crisfield as well. Up and down temperatures the next few days. Another rain chance moving in on Friday. Much more in your forecast coming up in the next half hour.
After the break on Coast TV News today, a Dairy Queen could come to Milton. We'll tell you what will be discussed at a hearing tonight about the business set to come to Broadkill Road.
Also, Lewes Money Moves, what decisions could be made on the city's budget and potential changes to your beach parking.
And DEL.dot Details Project will give you an update on Phase 2 of the 5 Points Project in Lewes and how the agency says community input is crucial. Coast TV News today will be right back.
I've needed a new left hip for about 15 years. The last 2 cortisone shots I got were bone on bone, and they didn't last 6 months. They lasted maybe a month. I was in a lot of pain. The staff at the Joint Surgery Center at Atlantic General Hospital were incredibly helpful. I was back to work 2 days short of a month, which I found amazing. You learn to trust people when you get good care.
Start your journey to relief today. Atlantic General Hospital, expert care every day.
It's been a tough year, but we couldn't be more thankful.
Yeah, with your help, we've raised more than $350,000 for Bless Our Children.
Hey everyone, Elisa Titus here, Director of Marketing for Shell Brothers. We'd like to thank all the businesses, individuals, groups, and associations who donated $1,000 or more to the Bless Our Children campaign this Christmas. It means so much to our local community.
Your generosity allowed us to give holiday funds to local charitable organizations on Delmarva. You can feel proud that you helped make the season brighter for many local families on the peninsula.
On behalf of WBOC, Coast TV, DSN, and Shell Brothers, a heartfelt thank you to you all. Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
The secret is perfect cook technology for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system, all for just $39.99. Order now.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's coast with Petey the Peacock, sharing joy coastwide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Sponsored by Tidal Health.
Now on Coast TV News.
We're starting our Tuesday chilly with some clouds moving through Delmarva. A series of cold fronts will bring up and down temperatures the next few days, with rain expected on Friday. Details coming up.
Targeting traffic troubles, where the next phase of DEL.dot's 5 Points Project stands and what people who live in that area are experiencing.
Bringing Dairy Queen to Broadkill Road, what is being reviewed tonight in Milton for the latest fast food chain looking to build in the town.
Change to commute. If you drive in this area of Coastal Highway, the delays you might experience starting today.
This is Coast TV News Today.
January 28th, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we're approaching 5:29 on this Tuesday morning. Bob had this a few moments ago. He had his extended forecast. He had the groundhog. I think there's a spoiler alert here because if you look at the groundhog and then 55 degrees the next day.
Let's not jinx anything. Let's not jinx anything. But I think
Bob knows how I feel about that groundhog.
think we all want an early spring, most of us at least, as that snow is starting to melt, which is a good sign.
I think both of you know how I feel about the groundhog, that little rodent. Yeah, I guess he's the prognosticator. Actually, it's those guys with the top hats. Those are the guys that make the call, not the groundhog. So we'll have to see what he says this weekend. Temperatures out the door are chilly, but we're above freezing. Look at this, 40 in Ocean City, 36 in Salisbury, 37 in Georgetown. Milton right now, 38. And the winds are light coming out of the west, but they will be picking up as we go through the day. We'll get breezy this afternoon. We've got feels like temperatures right now in the low to mid 30s. Some clouds are moving through Delmarva right now. Nothing in the way of precipitation with this. We're seeing a cold front off to the north, and that'll be dropping to the south as we go through the day, and that will fire up the winds and also keep our temperatures a little cooler. So we're in the 30s this morning, and we see the clouds departing, but then the winds pick up this afternoon, and by mid-afternoon, we're into the low to mid 40s. Could see a few clouds as we go into the evening hours. If you're riding the ferry, it's going to be breezy and chilly, 30s and 40s as we go into the early afternoon, and those winds gusting over 30 miles per hour at times.
You, Bob. Well, the coast is no stranger to traffic problems, but DelDOT has plans to ease congestion. Monday night, DelDOT hosted a meeting at Cape Henlopen High School to share updates on their plans to improve intersections and highways in Sussex County.
And Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us what progress has been made so far.
Making a busy and congested intersection a little bit easier to manage.
When we look at transportation, you have to think of it regionally and as a network, and in this case, it's a regional planning study.
That is what DelDOT is doing, but it won't be done for a little while, at least not the main 5 Points intersection.
There are 5 different phase categories, everything from new policies that the state or the county can introduce to improve transportation conditions, things for bicycling and walking.
The project will ultimately end with the 5 Points intersection you see on your screen now. Some of these projects look to improve the flow of traffic with lights, make the roads more accessible for bikers and pedestrians, and considering the possibility of roundabouts. One person from Lewes lives near a few of the roads and intersections mentioned at the meeting. He says he stays far away.
I live back on Robinsonville and Cedar Grove, and to get back there, sometimes the lights are very long, so I get down and go in through Lowe's that way. So I try to, basically avoid that area.
Local Rick Slagle agrees.
I live down by the Wawa, so when I come up West Coast, it makes more sense now for me to go to Acme with the traffic.
But let me show you right here, if you were in attendance, what the meeting would have looked like. They had pictures, diagrams, and lots of visual representation, not just words on a page. And all of these projects right here all aim to make Sussex County and its intersections an overall safer place. DelDOT tells Coast TV there is no set timeline for any of these projects. For Coast TV News, I'm Brendan Conroy.
Again, there are no set completion dates for these projects, but DelDOT told Coast TV community input is critical throughout the process.
And looking ahead, according to DelDOT, the final surface paving of the 5 Points area is expected to pick up again in the spring. It was delayed in the past due to the temperature.
And here's a closer look at the active projects in and around 5 Points area right now. There is a realignment of Old Orchard Road at West Coast Corner. That includes a new roundabout and improvements for Plantation Road to Robbinsville Road to US 9.
New this morning, people living in Lewes could see taxes and fees increase as officials there are working on the fiscal year 2026 budget. Now, some of the increases being considered are a 20% rate in the real estate tax, collecting more in rental receipts tax, implementing a lodging tax, and raising the fees for bonfires, weddings, and park events. The Finance Committee could vote on the draft budget at this morning's meeting.
The city is also considering changing its paid parking fees. According to the city, it's weighing proposal to create a paid permit parking system. For non-metered streets near Lewes Beach, the proposal is $100 fee for permits per season for locals and $250 per season for visitors. If approved, the permit parking system would be put in place in summer 2026. We have more information on the Dairy Queen proposed for Milton. Tonight, a public hearing will be held at the Board of Adjustment meeting, and Dairy Queen is looking for a signature variance of 175 square feet, more than is allowed for its site on Broadkill Road. It was last month that the McDonald's opened in that area, and there are also plans for a Dunkin' Donuts to go there.
Happening today, Delaware Governor Matt Meyer expected to sign an executive order that he claims will help improve the ability to get food in the state. However, it's not an order that takes immediate action. Instead, it's more in the bureaucratic in nature by bringing back the Delaware Council on Farm and Food Policy. According to Meyer, this council is supposed to help improve the efficiency of Delaware's food distribution system. Signing is scheduled for today at 11 a.m. at the governor's office in Legislative Hall.
Happening today, making official on what has been occurring at the Western Sussex Country Dirt Track for years. Today, a public hearing during the Sussex County Council meeting is scheduled for the Middleford Speedway near Seaford. The Speedway's owner is looking for a permit for full permission to race what are known as four-cycle trucks. Those have been raced at that track for at least 10 years.
Checking out the scene this morning north of Milford. This is where Coastal Highway and Milford Neck Road meet. You can see not a lot of traffic taking place right now. This is also near the DE Turf Sports Complex in Exit 83. So let's take a different look at this area because happening today, there's going to be lane closures in place on Route 1 between Exit 79 and Exit 83. This closure is going to last until February 5th. It'll run from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And also during this time, there is a 45-mile-per-hour speed limit in place in that work zone. The reason for the closure is for the construction of the next phase of a pipe replacement project. Also new this morning, nominations and a possible vote to fill one town council seat in Fenwick Island. And according to the town, officials there are still mourning the loss, understandably, of council member Richard Ben, who passed away in November from surgery complications. Council is meeting on Friday at 1 p.m.
We are now taking a live look at our nation's capital, and House Republicans are challenging sanctuary jurisdictions. Those are places where local authorities don't go after people whose only crime is coming to the U.S. illegally. The House Oversight and Government Reform Committee says it's investigating such places. Its chair says they're hindering efforts to remove dangerous criminals, but the San Jose mayor says local authorities in his city do arrest undocumented immigrants if they commit other offenses. The Colorado Attorney General says he's concerned about the possible detention of legal residents.
Even citizens getting rounded up, dreamers, people whose asylum applications are being processed.
We're sending a message. It's not okay to be in this country illegally.
Advocates also argue otherwise law-abiding undocumented immigrants should be allowed to stay, but the border czar disagrees.
There are new signs that ongoing mystery in the skies, potential drone sightings. There was a big frenzy in December, and the FAA actually issued temporary flight restrictions on drones in New York and New Jersey. Enigma Labs, that's a research company studying unidentified phenomena. They've tallied 650 sightings nationally described as drone-related since November.
And just a quick reminder from Delaware State Police on possible drone sightings. Police say if you encounter what you believe to be a drone, capture video evidence of it if it is safe to do so, take detailed notes on things such as the time you saw the drone and the exact location, and police say to report it immediately. And even for more guidance from the Delaware State Police, you can visit CoastTV.com.
In California, final evacuation orders for people living in the Palisades fire area now lifted. It comes after firefighters increased containment of the deadly fires on the Los Angeles County coast. The city announced that all evacuation orders have been reduced to resident-only access, but a night curfew remains in effect. Still got a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, Containing Contamination will tell you how multiple agencies in Delaware are working to stop the spread of bird flu.
Also, Seaford seeks division win, the Blue Jays battle against Early College, and a big milestone that occurred.
And Super Donation Drive will tell you how many cans of soup the Food Bank of Delaware is hoping to collect in its food drive happening now. Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.
For 150 years, Ocean City, Maryland has been somewhere to smile about. From our beautiful beaches to our iconic boardwalk, we've been creating memories that last a lifetime, whether you're chasing the perfect wave, a hole-in-one, or a sunset stroll. Celebrate our 150th anniversary with 150 days of celebrations, special events, and deals all year long. Book now and save in 2025 at ococean.com/150. Ocean City, Maryland, somewhere to smile about.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
Here are the stars of our show.
I am your host, Ryan Seacrest.
The Wheel You Love is back.
Yes! There it is.
Yeah, baby.
Let's have some fun.
Weeknights at 7 on CoastTV.
Jeopardy is for everybody.
Paramedic, a retired teacher, psychiatrist.
The next super champion could be anyone. It could be you.
That's amazing.
On Jeopardy.
Weeknights at 7:30 on CoastTV.
Judge Judy never misses a beat.
This is my playpen.
I get that, Your Honor.
Perfect.
Next is mental anguish.
Yours or mine? It's getting bad for you.
I don't understand why you're so upset with me.
Does this face look stupid to you? Am I doing all right?
Excellent.
That's what I like to hear.
Judge Judy.
Tuesday at 2 on CoastTV.
It's 5:40 with dry roads on our Tidal Health Cam right now in Salisbury, 36 degrees. So we're still melting snow as we're well above freezing right now in the mid to upper 30s, even 40 in Ocean City. And we have a bit of a breeze out there coming in out of the west. So it feels like temperatures down into the low to mid 30s. So make sure you bundle up out the door. Here's our drive cast. We gave it the green light this morning. Dry and cold, roads in good condition. And we're looking at breezy and chilly conditions for your afternoon and evening commutes. I gave it the green light there. Call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone, another way to get your forecast. Sponsored by Brockstead Mandalis Federico.
Thank you, Bob. Well, the Food Bank of Delaware is kicking off its third annual Super Bowl food drive. And from now until the Super Bowl Sunday, you can help tackle hunger by donating canned soup. All donations benefit those in need at the Food Bank's Newark and Milford pantries. You can drop off donations at collection boxes or even collect soup at your Super Bowl party. The goal is 2,025 pounds of soup by February 17th.
A reminder for people living in Milton, the voter registration deadline for the 2025 municipal election is this Thursday, January 30th, and you must register at Town Hall Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. But there are requirements. You must be a U.S. citizen who is 18 years or older and who have lived in Milton for at least 30 days.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning, sports fans. Yes, a lot to get through from last night. Let's start with a milestone up in Seaford. Blue Jays hosting Early College High School, and this one at Dave Baker Court was about Kamira Cornish-Bain, who on this layup would score her 1,000th career point. Seaford takes the win 60-49. Family and friends happy. Blue Jays improved to 11-2 on the season with a big divisional victory. Over Mardella Springs, the Warriors pulled out a 62-57 win over Pocomoke last night. Pocomoke Warriors led this game by 10 points early on, but the strong shooting of that man, Jaden Turner and company, helped pace Mardella to the win. Meanwhile, the Y-High boys struggled early in their meeting with Chrisfield, but Tyson Hayward and company turned that around pretty quickly. Y-High would go on to defeat the Crabbers 61-50. The Tribe are also right in the thick of things in the Bayside South standings. The win moves Y-High to 5-4 in division play, while Chrisfield drops to 1-7. And our game of the night this evening, we head up to Dover for some girls basketball action. The Senators are 6-8 in the season and winners of 2 straight. Meanwhile, Smyrna has been one of the stories of the first 8 in 2025. Those ladies are 8-1 to begin the year. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. tonight, and our coverage gets underway at 6:55. That's it for sports this morning. Have a great day, everybody.
And coming up tonight on DSN, your game of the night at 7 p.m., it's Smyrna taking on Dover in girls basketball. Then at 10:30, it's the final score. And on the DSN Plus app, along with that game of the night at 5:15, Seaford hosts Lake Forest in boys basketball. Then at 6 p.m., Salisbury School will take on St. Peter's and Paul in boys basketball. And also at 6, James M. Bennett will play Snow Hill in boys basketball.
A groundbreaking Oscar-winning film is returning to theaters. David Daniel has that and more in today's Hollywood Minute.
착한 거. 진짜 네가 착한 거지.
5 years after it became the first non-English language film ever to win the Best Picture Oscar, Parasite is returning to theaters. The acclaimed film by Bong Joon-ho is getting a limited re-release in IMAX theaters beginning February 7th.
I think we were all really lucky.
Jeremy Allen White has another series lined up. Variety reports the Emmy-winning star of The Bear is set to executive produce and star in Enigma Variations for Netflix. The limited series is an adaptation of a novel by Andre Osman, who also wrote Call Me By Your Name.
Elle? I'm sorry, are you here to see me?
I go here.
You got into Harvard Law?
What, like it's hard?
Reese Witherspoon's turn in Legally Blonde really made an impression on some people. The actress told British TV host Graham Norton she served on a jury some 7 years after Legally Blonde came out, and when it came time to choose a foreman, the other jurors unanimously chose Witherspoon, thinking she'd gone to law school. Quote, "They fully made me the foreman, and I started realizing people don't know much about the law." In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Be sure to join us on Saturday for the Delmarva Job Fair. If you're looking for a job, there will be dozens of employers on site at the gym at Delaware Technical Community College in Georgetown. Bring your resume this Saturday, February 1st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and admission is free.
And it looks like the weather should cooperate for the job fair on Saturday. And this morning, a live look over Salisbury, 36 there. We're melting more snow. We'll see a series of cold fronts coming through the next few days, meaning up and down temperatures, then a better chance for rain on Friday. Looks like it does dry out for the weekend. I'll track it on Futurecast in 2 minutes.
The hammers are smashing, the glasses are raising, and the fun times await at Bushel Sports Bar and Grill in Lewes. Explore our selection of off-season entrees and mouth-watering signature sandwiches that are sure to satisfy any palate. Relax and enjoy local craft brews and specialty cocktails watching your favorite sports team, or compete with your friends at some 8-ball. And indulge yourself with year-round all-you-can-eat crabs served by the bucketful and seasoned to perfection. For good vibes with a friendly atmosphere, visit Bushel's on Coastal Highway today. The Polar Bear Plunge, benefiting Special Olympics Delaware, is one of the first state's coldest and most beloved traditions. This year, you have 2 exciting ways to take part. Plunge in person in Rehoboth Beach on Sunday, February 2nd, or create your own virtual plunge. Anytime, anywhere, and as cold or not as you want. It's not about how you plunge, it's about why. Support thousands of Special Olympics Delaware athletes. Register now at plungede.org.
You push it. You try to hold them shut, but your doors won't stay closed no matter what. Introducing Ruby Monkey Magnets. Ultra-thin magnetic plates that will keep your doors and drawers shut. Just peel to reveal the super strong adhesive. Place the monkey, then the magnet, and close. Installation is that simple, and now you have a door that will stay shut. The secret is the ultra-strong industrial magnet's powerful attraction that holds tight. Monkey magnets work on most surfaces and are perfect for cabinets, dresser drawers, sliding closet doors, and more. Even your outdoor problems are solved in an instant because they're corrosion and rust resistant. Call or go online now to get 8 sets of monkey magnets for only $9.99. Due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get monkey magnets at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 house pack per order. Call now.
Call 1-800-453-9032. That's 1-800-453-9032. Call or visit getmonkeymagnets.com. So call 1-800-453-9032 now.
The time is now 5:47 and we're taking a live look outside at Salisbury this morning. And Bob, we're experiencing up and down temperatures, but that snow is slowly melting. I saw a lot of people outside yesterday afternoon, which is a good sight to see.
Yeah, I think anytime it gets in the 40s and close to 50, we're looking at folks out and about. And those snow piles now are just that, snow piles, as we're seeing that snow continuing to melt. Here's our storyline. It's breezy today. It's cooler. We'll see highs in the 40s, and then it's milder on Wednesday, making a run at the 50s, and we'll be looking at up and down temperatures as we go through the next several days with a series of cold fronts. 39 in Bethany Beach now, and the same in Rehoboth, 37 Georgetown, 38 in Delmar. And we do have a westerly breeze around 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe a little stronger in places. So it feels like temperatures pretty much like the actual temperature into the 30s, so make sure you bundle up. We are seeing some clouds out there right now, nothing in the way of precipitation. Once these clouds roll through, we'll get into sun sunshine, but we're going to see a series of cold fronts dropping in. The next one now moving in through the northeast. That'll move through later today. It's got some snow with it from New York into Pennsylvania, but that'll dry out as it gets here. But that'll kick up the winds, and we'll see those cooler temperatures this afternoon. Here's this morning on Futurecast, 6 a.m., 34 in Millsboro and Selbyville. By mid-morning, we're into the mid-30s, and then by the noon hour, the winds kicking up from the west and northwest with lower 40s. I think some of us into the mid-40s around Berlin and Salisbury, but it's going to be breezy this afternoon, and in the clouds, maybe low 40s. This evening, we do drop into the 30s, but then those winds turn to the southwest as a warm front moves in, and we'll be looking at temperatures actually not bad tomorrow morning into the mid-30s, and then they shoot up into the upper 40s tomorrow morning, and then by afternoon, I think we're into the 50s, and then those temperatures dropping back into the 40s after that. Gusty winds today up to about 30 miles per hour out of the west. Still pretty breezy tonight out of the southwest, and then out of the west and northwest tomorrow, gusting 35 to 40 miles per hour. We do have a chance of rain moving into Friday with the system, and that could be a soaking rain, but then it looks like that moves out for the weekend. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook looking normal to above normal for the area. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 47 today with sunshine up to 55 on Wednesday, back to 44 Thursday, and then that rain chance on Friday, 56, and then the weekend, highs only in the 40s, and then Groundhog Day, 47, and then back to 56 on Monday and mostly sunny.
Thank you, Bob. A statewide collaboration in Delaware to curb the spread of bird flu. The U.S. Department of Agriculture will help DNREC officials collect dead and sick birds. DNREC says the coast literally isn't clear, and they've received over 2,000 reports, estimating a couple hundred of those birds are actual bird flu cases. Delmarva Chicken Association Executive Director Holly Porter says there may be more to come.
And really, it comes down to our migratory patterns. The snow geese have not quite moved out of the area. So I think, unfortunately, we still have another few weeks.
Yeah, bird flu, highly contagious, already infecting broiler flocks in several communities on the eastern shore and in Delaware.
We're looking at temperatures in the 30s out the door this morning. Dry roads, a series of cold fronts moving through, meaning up and down temperatures in the next few days with a better chance for rain on Friday. Your 10-day forecast is coming up next.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back, even if the paper is held up to the light. Even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5.
It's an all-in-one product, so I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor. You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. All for just 3 easy payments of $43. Call or click right now.
I love the Four Seasons on Delmarva. This coastal area has so much to offer weather-wise, and sometimes it's a little challenging forecasting for this area. You get the rain-snow line here with storms that come up the coast in the wintertime. But that's similar to where I grew up on Long Island. We had the same rain-snow line along the coast. So in a lot of ways, it's something I've grown up with and something I'm used to forecasting.
Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home.
One person dies every 33 seconds from cardiovascular disease, but new research performed in space is aimed at repairing damaged hearts in the future.
Mandy Gaither and the lead researcher shows us how the International Space Station was used to gain knowledge that one day may help patients here on Earth.
What do heart muscle cells, NASA's SpaceX Crew 8 mission, and the International Space Station have in common? They're all part of the new out-of-this-world research that launched in March. Like, literally.
The astronauts were amazing. They conducted many experiments, procedures on the ISS.
Chun-Wei Shi and her team at Emory University School of Medicine sent these heart muscle cells to space to see if microgravity would help them better survive. Right now, she says a damaged heart muscle can't regrow itself, but there's hope that transplanting new cells can one day help repair that damage. However, many new cells die after being transplanted into a patient.
So if you can find ways to improve cell survival, then those methods will be helpful for the cell transplantation applications.
After about a week in space, she got the cells back and says the ones that survived went through molecular changes which allowed them to live. She says those changes were likely due to the stress of space travel, and if that could be replicated, it could help future cells withstand heart repairs.
If we can turn up those molecules on Earth, we might be able to help the cells survive and overcome other stressful situations.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And before sending the heart muscle cells to space, Emory University says researchers first tried to replicate microgravity on Earth by using machines which constantly move the cells around.
The time is now 5:56, so we're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Yay, our coastal pet of the day is this Hemingway cat. Look at that guy on your screen right now is Fluffo Lampkin.
Really fluffy.
Yeah, Fluffo was submitted to us by his family in Millsboro.
We want to see more of your pets on Delmarva, so send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen.
And that is where you'll find the QR code that you can scan to get your friends to us here at Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
The time is now 5:56, so we're going to bring Bob Trahey back in to tell us about the weather.
And Bob, you're expecting some big breezes this afternoon.
Yeah, it will be a little breezy out there, so hang on to your hats and maybe the steering wheel in those open spaces. Otherwise, we're in the 30s this morning, and then we're warming up into the mid-40s today. So cooler today than yesterday. It'll feel cooler, too, with the westerly wind gusting up to 30 miles per hour at times. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. You can see the up and down temperatures. 40s today, 55 Wednesday, back to 44 Thursday, and then rain on Friday, 56. But it looks like it gets out of here for the weekend, 44 Saturday. Groundhog Day, 47. Then next week, well, it looks like mid-50s Monday, and then a cool down beginning Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Bob. And coming up in our next hour, fixing 5 points, the latest on the lengthy project that is hoped to improve traffic flow on the busiest stretch of highway in Sussex County. That and more when Coast TV News Today continues.